Hello. Welcome to Lori's Classroom Stories and Crochet.
Okay, yarn management is actually finished as far as putting away all of my yarn. We're gonna go right here. That is all of my, what's it called? Eco Brights yarn. You can see it's a lot of pinks, a little bit of purple. Oh, there's more purple than I remembered. And gray and white. Some of that might have a new home it's going to. We'll see. So that's on this side of the bed. And yes, that's a Princess Bride bedspread. If you were wondering, over here we have the white, that stripy neutral, that's grays, and that's black yarn. This is a whip. I have mentioned it. This is the one and only work in progress that's not in progress. It's been sitting here since last April, and it is currently March. So almost a year. This is some just yarn I left the way it is. Here's some more black. I probably should move that. That is lavender. This is labeled. This is really unbelievably soft yarn. It's the jeans color. Which color is this one? Corduroy is the color it is. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's a purple or a burgundy or kind of somewhere in between. But it's just been sitting in this place, so I just left it. There's some green Tender Touch ice blue yarn. I just didn't put it with the other because it's this type of yarn. This yarn goes with this whip, so that's why I just left it alone. Over here we have, well, this is knitting loom stuff, including that. There's a knitting loom and scrubby, not scrubby yarn, but the soak scrub yarn. This is my pinks and purples. I see another boucle in there. Back here we have a bunch of this thick chunky, this is all the same type of yarn. It's big thick chunky, or it's this black and white. There's some work that needs to still be done here. Here's some boucle yarn. Like I said, I have a ton of it. This yellow yarn I literally didn't know where to put, so this is where it ended up. Okay, turn around. Sorry about that. There's my sewing machine and all the sewing stuff that needs to be done. This top couple drawers is empty, so I may figure out how I'm going to use that. Anyway, that's all sewing related stuff. Here's the yarn. Oops, sorry about the sun. Down here, this, you've seen this. This is the blue and green bag, and it's not small, as you have already seen. It goes all the way there. It's most of the length of this bed. All right, so this is kind of, I separated out my amigurumi. So this is furry yarn and some, whatever this is, eyelash yarn. Lots of eyelash yarn, which, you know, why do I need that much eyelash yarn? Nobody needs that much eyelash yarn. This is some chenille that just didn't fit in the chenille and velvet type. This is velvet type. This is velvet type. And that is all that purple. I'm going to call it Grimace yarn. It's fluffy, furry yarn. I made the Triceratops out of it. put this back. Get it seated in there the way it was. That's art supplies, as you can tell on those two shelves. Oh, these are kind of unique yarns, I guess we'll call them. This is that kind of weird, I don't even know how to describe this yarn, but this is all stuff I will use for amigurumi. I definitely want to make a duck out of that. Some of this may end up on my map yarn that I make for myself. And then furry yarn of all sorts. Because again, sloth is on the list. Just haven't done it yet. Now here's the real organization. So that's all what I had in that amigurumi basket, but I wanted it grouped differently. Let me pull this one up. All right. So what's in here is sparkle yarn. Literally all of this is sparkle yarn. Obviously a lot of it is holiday. Again, I love Hirschner's. Always has a center pole with a tag on it. Easy to find. There's the Mary Maxim Glimmer. Here's the yarn I just got from the yarn haul. I actually have an interesting plan for that. We'll see if I do that or not. I don't know. I have too many things on my list anyway. All right. So that's the glittery yarn, sparkle yarns. It was going to be holiday yarns, but it needed to be just all the sparkles to make it work. This is a bag of neutrals, things that are close to white but aren't white. That's all reds. Oh, this one's all fall. Let me pull this one out, because that's one that you haven't seen. It's oranges, rust, dark reds. I did have to put that red in here because it didn't fit in the other. Or maybe, oh yeah, it didn't fit in this one. That's all reds. The deeper, and that's obviously a fall. So this is all fall colors, or 70s colors if you prefer. So I'm gonna put it back in a minute after we're not filming. Okay. So right here we have these big balls. That's a partial big ball. This is red heart. This is different reds. These ball bands kept popping. That's part of why they needed to be in the bag. And red heart, gray and white's red heart red. That is all that's in this basket. This is those balls of actual physical t-shirt yarn. It's all stretchy. I want to make a rug with that, or a basket. And then those are my big balls that we've seen before. So that's everything that's done in here. Let's go in the other room. Okay, here is different things I use to hold yarn. That's my my electric ball winder. These are some heavy creams. Down there is all of that black and white yarn, and then more heavy creams. Here's all my rainbow yarns, and then this was my gradient yarns, and this is yarn with other content, like it has some wool in it, etc. That's my 3-weight yarn, not a ton of it. Here's my new halo yarn. It didn't quite fit in the halo bag, but that has a specific project. I probably should put it in a heavy cream bag. There's my big fat chenille blanket yarn. Sorry, blanket yarn, not chenille. This is other big yarn. And this is all my Colorama Halo, other than the one I couldn't fit. This is all my ice cream roving. That is novelty yarn for the most part, and except for these minty yarns in the back. But those are all novelty yarns. That's like a feather yarn. But I put the novelty yarns together. Okay, so then I'm going to back this up. There's all the cotton yarn. And come down here. That box right there is all diamond painting stuff. More heavy cream. There's my knitting machine that I still have not tried out. And project bags. There's my diamond painting hanging out on its little table. I'm going to go over here for a sec. All right, in this closet, this is where my cat food is stored. And again, it has to be sealed because my cats are crazy. This is all like variegated yarns. I kind of put the blues together. I kind of put the earth tones together. This was kind of miscellaneous, maybe rainbow-esque, but not really rainbow. And then there's all that big twist that's, I wouldn't call it variegated, but I didn't know how else to categorize it. So that's all of that yarn. And over there you can kind of see it. This is the yarn I haven't really showed you. This is, for the most part, this is scrappy yarn. Partial skeins, etc. The literary robots, sorry about that. And right over here, this is definitely scraps. But you can see it's both sides of this door. So it is all done. The fact that that looks as organized as it is, and literally all of my yarn is put in some place in a proper way, is amazing, especially after I've picked up a couple more yarn hauls. Oh, I had to put my furls yarn all the way up there because I couldn't figure out where to put it, and I wanted to keep it together, so it didn't quite fit in any one category. But this is the yarn room. That's where I film. There's my hand winder. And so there you go. It's all organized. So next is dealing with my scrap yarn. I think that's the next project.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.